Hi, and welcome to this masterclass. Today's masterclass is about digital marketing 101. So, if you're just beginning your career in digital marketing or you've been listening to buzzwords about digital marketing, in the next 45 minutes, I'm going to tell you the top 3 things which will totally help you start a beautiful career in digital marketing. But before I tell you all of those things, let me tell you a little bit about me. Well, my name is Karan Shah and I am the CEO and founder at IIDE. Well, I've trained more than 13,000 professionals in my life, online and offline. I've been a student at Harvard University where I specialized in a topic called e-commerce strategies. I've also been a TEDx speaker. I'm currently a visiting faculty at one of India's best management institution called the Indian Institute of Management. And for the last few years of hard work that IID has put in, we were recently awarded India's best Digital Learning Institute of the Year by the Indian Education Congress. But today's masterclass is not about me, it's about you and your career in digital marketing. So let's get started. But before we get started, I just want to tell you that when you reach the end of this masterclass, you're going to reach a screen which looks like this, which says Download Certificate. So click on that download certificate, fill the form and ensure you get a certificate for watching this masterclass, and then ensure you upload it on LinkedIn or on your resume and make it look much better. So let's start. I want to start mainly with this article that I came across on news18.com. This article said that internationally, youth is spending 6 hours on an average per day on the internet every day. It said that during COVID, digital consumption from 6 hours skyrocketed to 12 hours per day, including digital tablets, television, phones, smartwatches, everything put together. Youngsters internationally are spending 12 hours a day on digital devices. That's a lot, but that's interesting. Which brings me to an interesting question, which is that if I want to promote a product to these youngsters, where do I find these young people? I'll tell you where you find all the young people in the world today. In their house, sleeping on their bed, with their room lights off, but their phone lights on. Check this picture out right now. I am pretty sure you look like this every night before you sleep, because I am sure that I look like this every night before I sleep. And you know what? In this picture, what you need to understand is that this person in this picture is still the customer. And this device that this person is holding in their hands is the new marketing medium. If you want to get in touch with this person, the only way is through that smartphone. I hope you've realized that, and that's what today's masterclass is about. Digital marketing, marketing through that smartphone. Now, my next question to you is, what are all these people doing on their phones? You know, when I researched a lot, I figured out that I can tell you in 2 broad categories, in literally 2 broad categories on what people are doing on their phones. Broad category number 1, most people are spending all their time on social media websites. Broad category 2, most people are going to Google, typing something on Google and then finding a website and then going to a website and then doing something on that website. So this tells you something really basic, right? Which is that if you want to promote your website or your business or your product, there are 2 places that you need to be popular on. Either you need to be popular on a social media website where your target audience is, or you need to ensure that when this same person goes and types something on Google related to your business, your website shows up first out there. Right? And that's the only way to actually get people to come to your website. Now, let me very quickly split these broad categories down into some smaller categories for you. If you actually want to promote yourself on social media, the first thing you need to do is identify which social media you want to. So, if your target audience is between the age group of 18 and 30, you're going to be on Instagram because that's where they are. But if your target audience is between the age group of 40 and 60, maybe Facebook is better because all people older are on Facebook. So choose your social media platform. You don't need to be on all, but you need to be on the one where your target audience is. Now, when it comes to Google, Google is also split into 2 things. When you type something on Google, what shows on the top on Google will always say these words ad. These are Google ads, also known as search engine marketing. But what comes below these ads in the same search engine result page is organic results or search engine optimized websites. These are free websites that Google show over there. But on top where it says ads, these are paid websites. So somebody is actually paying Google to show their website out there. Now these were the two broad categories. When you get people to come to your website, either from social media or from Google, your most important thing that you need to do is that the minute this user comes onto your website, you need to anyhow collect their name, number, and email ID. This is extremely important. Why? Just think of it from an offline store perspective. Let's say you owned a jewelry store. If somebody came to your jewelry store offline, they checked out jewelry at your store but didn't purchase, would you just let them walk out of your store just like that? Well, I totally wouldn't do that. I would probably maintain something like a diary or a register where I would write down a name and their number so that 10 days later, when the customer is sure about their decision, I can actually call them and say, hey, on this jewelry piece, I can offer you a 10% discount. High chance that customer might walk back into my store and purchase. Just the same way, it's extremely important. If people come to your website, you anyhow need to collect their name, number, email ID. Now, there are multiple ways to do this, and I'm going to give you some examples. If you're an educational website, you can say to download detailed brochure or detailed curriculum, given your name, number, email ID. If you're a car website, you can say to get a free first test drive, fill in the form, given the name, number, email ID. Or if you're a real estate website, you can say to get a free site visit and check out the property, fill in your name, number, email ID. That's how you can actually collect the customer's name, number, email ID once they come to your website. This is extremely important because nobody buys in the first go, which is why you need to keep reminding them. In this masterclass, I'm going to dissect the two things I told you, Google and social media. I'm going to dissect Google into search engine marketing